Would you like to make your ManyChat chatbot a little smarter? Well, I'm going to show you how to use Smart AI within ManyChat, and I'm going to show you that now.
We'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon.
All right, let's get this party rocking. We are going to talk about Smart AI within ManyChat. So there's many ways that you can build AI in a chatbot. You could use keywords and have them fire off when somebody enters in certain keywords or phrases. You could use dialogue flow, and they can respond back and forth. But you also can use a condition block within ManyChat and create a Smart AI module for specific questions or things that would come up. And it's not, I guess, not on the scale of dialogue flow, though very close to that. We can accomplish a lot of that right in ManyChat. Now, there is one caveat. I am requesting and working with ManyChat to get this condition block to not be case sensitive. Because the keywords, you could put the word like, all lowercase. And if somebody entered in like, all uppercase, that keyword would still fire off. Unlike in the condition block, that's not the case. You have to put, lowercase like, uppercase like, maybe uppercase first letter L, and then I-K-E, lowercase. You still have to do that in the condition block, though I am put a ticket in, plus I am talking to Andre to get ManyChat to just plug the same logic that they have in the keyword into the condition block. So let's get started. What we're going to look at is creating a module. Now, there's a link above, the little I. You can kind of look through that video. That video talks about running a flow anywhere. And that's what we're going to do right here. We're going to run this flow anywhere that you want to check a yes/no answer. Now, granted, this process can be done for any type of question. I just happened to set it up for a yes/no because now you can actually use this module for any yes/no question and set your questions up like this. Another thing this does, I wouldn't say correct, allows the subscriber to type in. And so I've seen many posts and people saying, hey, my bot stopped because somebody typed something in. So if you use this routine, this definitely will allow them to type something in. So let's look at the yes/no flow that I've put together. And what we're going to do is we're going to have a user input block, ask a question, and then, and I said that's up the video that's linked above, is it talks about starting a flow in the middle. In the middle of a bunch of blocks, you can actually go and run a module, or an object, something different, and then come back. In the video above, I talked about using, I think it was validate email. So it's stopping within the object or the module that you're doing to start a flow in the middle of it. This one is not. It's going to go right through and come right back, but it's going to do something for you. So you can set up these routines that can be reused in many places. And in this case, we're going to ask a yes/no question. Do you like dogs, Jeff? And you can see that I used a user input block. So if you're new to it, you just go down here. You're going to start a new flow, and it's going to have a message. Delete that message and go down here and click on here to get a user input block, okay? So now we have that, and then I'm just going to set this user input block to multiple choice, and I'm going to allow free text input. All right. And I'm going to have one button that says yes, I do, and it's just going to send a reply as yes, and it said no, I don't, and it's going to send no. And that's going to be stored into a new CUF or custom user field, A_answer. And so we're just going to store that in there. So no matter what they do, they push a button, they type an answer in, it's going to be placed in A_answer, right? And I got some typing here because we're going to wrap around back to this question, just in case they enter in something weird. Now, what we're going to do is, well, what we're going to do is you click on the continue another step down on the bottom. And then once you do that, you're going to have the little dot down here and just drag it out here and double click. And then you're going to say start a flow, that type of thing. But first, what we're going to do is we're going to build this flow. And it's Smart AI flow dash yes, no. That module or that flow is going to have a few things that's going to happen in it. One is at the beginning, we're going to have tags. We're going to have A_yes, A_no, A_don't_understand. So it doesn't match. And we're going to remove all those tags because when we come out of this module, one of those tags are going to be on. And then we're going to come back to the flow that we inserted this in, and we're going to check to see what tag was turned on. So you can see the power of this, that this can be used anywhere once you build it. Now, here is the condition. So what I did is to start out here, you just double click out here. Let's say you have, starting this new flow, you're going to name it Smart AI Flow, yes, no. You're going to have a message, just delete that message block, and then just add a action, all right? And then you can add the action, you can add these tags, just remove, but you can, they'll create them as you're putting it in there. Then you're going to come out here, and I'm just going to delete this for now. You're going to come out here like that, and then you're going to click on condition, and you're going to have a condition block, all right? And that condition block is going to be connected to your action. I'm going to connect it back to what I already have. Now, this is check is subscriber, check if, if subscriber said no. Now, this is the thing that there's a little issue with this a little bit right now, is that you have to triple them up. Actually, looks like I didn't put all of them in there yet. Oh, I do have no way. Say no way, no way. Not really. I need to do that with those two over again. So basically what you do, and you can see, I'll just do this, okay? We have not really. So what we're going to do is we're going to go down. Oh, I do have not really. Not really, not really. All right. So I added those, and so I can get rid of this one. Now, no. So what we need to do there is add. So if you look at this, I have a no, lowercase. No with an uppercase, lowercase, and then all uppercase. What I've petitioned with ManyChat and said, hey, your keyword, I could type in no, any one of these three for a keyword, and it would kick off. Whereas in the condition, I have to put all three of them in there. We're working on it, so hopefully they'll get this in. And as you're doing it, you could check. You can just do a test. Put in a lowercase no, and then type in uppercase and see if it'll take it. At some point after this video, that I'm sure is going to be in place. But right now, you have to put all three. So let's say no. And actually that has no in it. So we don't care about no because it'll trigger one of these. All right. So I got rid of that one. But basically we have a no. Basically they said no in some way. So the answer is no. Answer is capital N, small o, and then all uppercase. Now let's say they hate or dislike or can't. I can't have a dog. You know, no chance. Not a chance. I mean, not a chance. Not a chance. No way. And now it's this no way actually would fit in there. So I could actually take that out. I was thinking about that. I'm like, no, I don't need that there. So it'll contain no. You could put nope, nah, not really, can't. So anything that you can come up with negative. Now, granted, I'm asking, do you like dogs? But this could be used for anything that has a no response, all right? So we'll look at this, and I'm going to check to say yes. They said no. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to tag this and say add this tag, no, a no. All right. Excuse me. If it's no, they didn't say any of these. Now we're going to check to see if they said yes. So yes, 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 love, like, sure, you bet, best, yep, yup. So anything you can think of that's as a yes, that yes, I like, or yes, I like, I love, anything that would pertain to saying, yep, they do like that. And what you're going to do, again, is if they said yes, if the condition is a yes. Oh, and the other thing is on these, you need to change this, not all following conditions, because they never match. You need to change them to any. All right. So make sure that both of these say any of the following conditions. All right. So if they said something that's a yes, we're going to tag them with a yes. If it's not any of these, we're going to tag as I don't understand. All right. So we're going to publish that. And now that's our routine, our yes-no routine, which is right here. So now we're going to come back to our question. And what you can do is you can use this every place. And you pretty much just copy the back end of it. Question is going to be different. But what you're going to do is we're going to come in and we're going to say all. We're just going to check, or they tagged a yes. If that's a yes, we're going to add a tag saying A likes dogs. All right. So we're going to say, yep, they like dogs. And then we're going to send a message that says, yep, we like dogs. Then what if they didn't? The tag came back and it wasn't a yes. It was, say, a no. So now we're going to check to see if it's a no. And if it's a no, we're going to tag them, say, a dislike dogs. So see, when you use these routines like this, it's not specific to the question you asked, but you can, based on if they said yes, no, now you can tag them appropriately. And now I would know they like dogs or they dislike dogs. And then I just send a message saying, nope, don't like dogs. Now, if it's a no off the no, so basically it's no, a yes, no, a no, then we know that it was don't understand. And so we're going to come back and say, hey, Jeff, we don't understand your answer. And then you're going to show them your answer because it's not answering the question. It's not answering the question that you've asked. And so we're going to, let's try this again. And at this time, what we're going to do is we're going to add another action. I'll change this. Notify admin. Notify admin. And what we're going to do is notify the admin, you or whoever, hey, Jeff Kabinski just answered this on a question. Do you like dogs? This may need to be added to the Smart AI flow, yes, no, if it applies. And then here's the answer. So this is going to be sent to me, and say I type something in, and why you want to do this is because you can train and get your bot more intelligent on a yes, no. Well, let's say we just missed something. Maybe there's something that either is a no or a yes that does apply, but we didn't quite understand what they said, but it needs to be added to this. And so what you do is if it's something new, you'd come back here and you just go down to the bottom and you'd add another condition. All right. You'd add that condition because we should accommodate for everything that maybe somebody comes up with. I tried to kind of cover any words that are either a no or a yes, but there may be some other ones somebody uses. So this will notify you of that, and that you may have to look at that and add that. But because of what we said here, this is a don't understand message. And then once we send that notification to admin, we are going to come off the bottom of that action back to the question and ask them again. So one is you're creating reusable, creating AI, let's say smart AI with ManyChat, that you could take whatever answers and decipher what they really mean. So you're truly doing some AI interaction. We're also eliminating the situation where your flow would stop at that question. No matter what they put in, we're going to respond to them. And we're going to continue either asking them again. Now, you could change this logic. Maybe you just don't ask the question anymore. Maybe you put a skip. I think we could put a skip in here. Oh, no, you can't. Not with multiple choice. So you'd have to come back to it. Or just maybe you don't send them back and say, okay, well, we assume you don't like dogs or whatever. There's many different ways. Right now, you don't have to use it exactly like this, but this is the way I would do it, is I'd come back and ask them again because I want the answer. And if they don't want to answer, maybe what you do is you put a counter in here, and maybe they're trying to break your bot. And maybe after 3 times you say, okay, Jeff, I'm not asking you anymore. And what you would do is in here you could put a counter. You could set a custom field and then just increment a counter for, do you like dogs counter, and count how many times they come through. And if they come through 3 times, you might just say, oh, okay, obviously you don't want to answer this question. We'll just move on. You could do something like that. But we're going to publish that, and that's published. So what we're going to do is we'll preview this. Open up Messenger. And there we go. Do you like dogs, Jeff? We're going to play around with multiple bubbles. I'm just going to leave it on it. I don't know why that happens when you go to Messenger with Loom. Anyway, so if I just said yes, yes, I do. So I clicked the button. Yep, you like dogs. And if we went into my audience and looked at me, I have yes, I like dogs, and I dislike dogs. Now, see, there's one thing you might want to do, and I just saw that you might want to start this off with an action that removes tags, likes dogs, remove tag, dislikes dogs, and we're going to start this, and I'm going to run it into here. All right. And then I think I might just do that. Instead, I'm going to bring this to here. So it always remove them when we want to. So let's just run it again. We're going to preview it. A little there. Okay. No, I don't. I like dogs. Nope. Don't like dogs. So if we're going to go out here to the audience, we're going to look at just like dogs, a no. All right. So close that. And I'm going to run it again. Preview. There we go. And I'm just going to type something in. I'm going to say, I love dogs. I love dogs. They are great. So I type something in instead of using the buttons. Yep, I like dogs. And so I think we had no's on here. Now he said, I like dogs, and a yes. So it worked because the word love triggered through our object or our function to check. Now I'm going to run this again. Dogs in cars are fun. Dogs in cars are fun. It doesn't really answer the question. It says, hey, Jeff, we don't understand your answer. Dogs in cars are fun. But now here, the text below is a notification for everything bots. So here's my notification coming to me. Jeff Kavinsky just answered this on a question. Do you like dogs? This may need to be added to the Smart AI flow. Yes, no, if it applies. Dogs in cars are fun. And you can open up chat. But now I came back because I said, let's try this again. I came back and I said, well, you know, I hate dogs. So I'm going to answer, nope, don't like dogs. And so, don't like dogs. So if I went out here and just answered incorrectly, see, do you have trucks? It has nothing to do with dogs. So obviously we got all the errors. I'm just curious as far as tags. I don't understand. See, there you go. So I don't understand. I mean, that doesn't apply to which question it came from. And you could make that a little more unique because you could put a tag right here. Like this, a dislike dogs, a like dogs. You could say a answered incorrect to dogs, dog question. And then they could be tagged that way and you would know. So that is it. That is a way that you can bring in Smart AI flow in ManyChat and ask a question with some multiple choice, but allow them to still type. Now you could use this, you could just do a text input too and not have any buttons if you didn't want. All right. You can do it that way too. But I think this does solve some of the problems people are having. Plus, it brings some AI pieces into the mix where you can have an intelligent conversation. You can eliminate these buttons too. I mean, there's no reason you have to have the buttons. What you could do is you could go text and you could get rid of these. You could do that. And then just bring in a free keyboard input And so whatever they type in, you run it through this module, this flow, to see what they typed. It's not any different than allowing them to type with the multiple choice. They just don't have a multiple choice. They don't have any buttons. They get to push. All right. I'm not going to publish this. I'm just going to revert back to the published one. So if you just notice that, if you make some changes and you don't really want to keep them, don't publish it. And then you can go here and just say revert back to published. And then it goes back and see now if I go back here, all my buttons are there and stuff like that. That concludes our video for today on how to incorporate smart AI within ManyChat. We went through and showed you how, when you have a, let's say in this example, it's a yes/no question, how you can build a module, an object that you can reuse for all yes/no questions and run it through to determine if they've said yes, no, or something maybe you didn't understand based on that question, and then revert back to then asking that question again. This also resolves the issue where your bot breaks because somebody typed an answer in versus hitting a quick reply. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below. I'd happy to answer them. And as always, like the video, share it across the world, and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. Click the little bell so you do get notification when I upload a new video. Down in the description, I do have a link to a great Facebook group. Come on and join us. All like-minded people sharing things. And as always, have a great week, and I'll see you in the next video.